Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. So this week I'm going to be discussing 3 steps that you can turn your smartphone into a dumb phone, and on Android completely free. On the iPhone I think you'll need to spend $1 or £1 or whatever on a specific app. But this video is for people who maybe struggle to get off the toilet because they can't stop looking at their phone. This is for people who are wasting their commute scrolling. And I think quite a few people recognize that they have an issue like this, and what they do is they think about buying a dumb phone, like a Nokia brick for instance. But that's kind of impractical to use in the modern world where we have mobile banking and QR codes, and we need directions to very specific places at the drop of a hat. So there is some merit to keeping a smartphone in your back pocket, but let me tell you how I make mine work for me, and hopefully you can follow my advice and you can get more out of your smartphone. The advantage is really, obviously, you're going to waste less time scrolling, you're going to be more in touch with reality. We can go through all of the benefits of digital minimalism another time. However, for me, the other benefit, which is exactly how I fell into this rabbit hole, is extending the lifetime of my own phone by using it less. I bought my current mobile in 2021 for around £1,000, and that's now 4 years ago. So divide that by 4, £250, and every year I keep it, it's the cost per year is reducing. Let's go to step 1. And step 1 involves going into the settings of your phone, or maybe some of the health and digital wellbeing settings, and identifying which apps you're compulsively opening. Now on my phone I can split this down by the amount of time spent within a day, or I can do it by the amount of times that that app has been opened. So you might already have in mind some apps that are problems for you. So these could be social media apps, or I have a particular issue with my email. It's a bit of a self-soothing muscle memory thing where I refresh my emails to make sure I'm on top of them. And by setting limits on how long you can spend in those apps, or setting time zones where you can't open those apps. So for instance, not being able to open a social media app while you're at work between 9 and 5, that might work really well. So first thing to do is to go into that digital wellbeing app and see which apps are a problem. So then we're uninstalling some potentially, we are setting limits on others, and we're also thinking about things like maps, banking. I don't need to worry about those because those are really what I use my phone for. So that's step number 1. The second step is to download a new launcher. Now, this might be a bit scary or possibly even technical, but I think it's relatively easy and you should give it a go. On Android, there's Olauncher, which is the one that I use, and on Apple, there is Minimalist Phone Launcher as well. And I believe that for the iPhone, that costs about $1, maybe $2, £1.29, whatever it is. Now, what this does is this reduces your home screen down to just a handful of different apps. So on mine, I have my banking app, texts, WhatsApp, calculator, and Waze for maps really. And then I also have, if I swipe up from the bottom, I can then search through all the apps on my phone. If I swipe to the left from the home screen, I get to the actual dialer for my phone. And if I swipe to the right, I get my web browser. And yeah, that just works really well for me. The point of doing this is to make your phone look a bit less special, make it look like a dumb phone and work like a dumb phone. If you've heard of the light phone, these launchers, they mimic the look and feel of a light phone for you. And I would advise having a black background, black home screen, black lock screen possibly, just to, again, make the phone feel more like a tool and less like a toy, you know, with brightly coloured what have you and stuff going on. So that has really helped me. Now, the third thing that you can do, which is again completely free, is you can try leaving your phone in a different room or leaving it at home from time to time. So this is something that I absolutely love, particularly when I used to work an office job and I used to work from home at a desk at home in my basement. I would sometimes need my phone for things like two-factor authentication, or I would actually have to phone someone, God forbid. And I found that I had a desk behind my shelves where I could just leave my phone. I could grab it if I needed it, but it wasn't immediately to hand, so I couldn't just pick it up and play with it, basically. I also still do quite often leave my phone in the bedroom or the kitchen when I'm relaxing and watching television. Sometimes I will go to the pub as well and just leave my phone at home, take my wallet so I've got something to pay with, and just leave it at home. And it is absolutely blissful not having your phone with you, because you don't need to constantly be in touch with anyone. The other thing is like, if you say have some kind of childcare emergency, for instance, maybe whoever's at home will go, oh, he's going to the pub, I can just phone the pub if I need them back immediately. So I wouldn't worry too much about being uncontactable. As long as someone knows where you are and you say, I'll be back at 10 p.m. and you are back by 10 p.m, everyone's satisfied, everyone's fine. You don't need to be in touch with everyone all the time. You can wait a few hours to reply to those messages, and the people who are texting you or ringing you, they can probably wait a couple of hours. If it's really urgent, they'll come to your house and find you or go to the pub or whatever. Anyway, so just to recap, the first tip for everyone is to use the digital wellbeing tools on your phone, or the equivalent on iPhone or Android or whatever system you're running, to understand which apps are a problem, and then setting limits and possibly uninstalling some. For me, the next step, or the second tip, is to use a Minimalist Launcher on your phone, just to reduce the amount of times you compulsively open and start doing things. And the third tip is to consciously separate yourself from your phone, leave it at home, leave it in a different room, leave it out of arm's reach when you're doing stuff that you need to focus on or you need to be present for. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And a little bit of housekeeping. Last week's video was the best in the channel's history so far by a long reach, so thank you so much for giving it a watch and helping me with that. I'm very, very grateful. I've got quite a few more subscribers. In that video I mentioned that I would like to have 100 by this summer, but at the time of recording I'm really actually quite close to 100, in the 70s at the moment, so I'm very, very happy with that. So thank you awfully. We'll do more videos on this topic, seeing as this one's gone so well. If you're, again, watching from, I post a lot on Reddit to get that going. So if you're watching from one of the many communities that I posted in and promoted this video in, thank you. Sorry for advertising at you, because Reddit people don't like that. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.